Pull up, grab the fuel nozzle, and get ready to fuel up on trends and strategies to grow your travel center business in this episode of The Truck Stops Here, brought to you by NATSO. Now, here's your host, Amy Toner.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of The Truck Stops Here. I'm your host, Amy Toner. You are listening to The Truck Stops Here, the NATSO Foundation's podcast. The NATSO Foundation is a research, education, and public outreach subsidiary of NATSO, and I have Kevin Rohlwing, Chief Technical Officer for the Tire Industry Association, here with me today.
Hi, Amy.
Okay. We are in the NATSO booth, NATSO Foundation booth, and NATSO Connect because he helped me transform it into a safety hub where we have an 18-wheeler and a service truck, and we're showing people where to park and where to work on trucks that's the safest. So tell us, where should the truck be? Break it down for me.
Well, yeah, when you're working on the side of the road,
Yep.
The best place to park the service vehicle is behind the disabled vehicle.
Okay.
And it really doesn't matter what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole point of that is the service truck sitting behind the disabled vehicle is a warning to oncoming traffic that it's an active work zone.
Okay.
So as traffic is coming along the highway, they see the service truck parked behind the disabled vehicle, the lights are going, the triangles and the flare like we've got here all set out.
Yep.
They're seeing all that, so hopefully, and I say hopefully, they know that it's an active work zone. This isn't just some truck sitting on the side of the road.
Yeah.
When the service truck is parked in front of the disabled vehicle, then it just looks like another truck parked on the side of the road, so you're not expecting technicians to be out working around. You're not expecting it to be a work zone. It just looks like a disabled vehicle. So it's an extra warning to oncoming traffic that this is not just a truck on the side of the road.
Okay.
And what it does is it creates one hazard area, which we've signified here at the booth with the red carpet, which is the red zone or the hazard zone.
Right.
And that's pretty much the space between the service vehicle and the stop vehicle.
Okay.
So what you're doing is you're creating one place that's where the hazard is. And as we showed in the road service video that NATSO will be getting access to, when you hit the vehicle from the back, from the service truck is hit from the back, and the wheels are facing straight ahead, and it's parked right in line with the truck in front, that's where it's going to go.
Okay.
And we've got a lot of different people out there that have different ideas, and we talked about it in the meeting about angling the truck because the police angle the truck, and the whole point of that for them angling their car when they do a traffic stop is so that the engine block serves as a guard for them in case the people get out of the car and start shooting at them.
Yeah.
They can hide behind the engine block and return fire and protect themselves from there, which they can't do for a door. Well, we're not expecting people to shoot at our tire guys and our road service guys, so there's no need to do that. And what that does is if somebody hits it, it creates side stuff. Okay. The trucks can go to the side, one side or the other, and I want to contain all the hazard in that 30 feet between the stop vehicle and the service truck behind it. That's one hazard zone. And as long as we stay out of that area, we're good to go.
Okay. Stay away from the red carpet.
Stay away from the red carpet. Yeah, I wish we could just put out big red carpets. Maybe we'll make that part of the next video in a few years.
So you had me get cones and triangles.
Reflective devices.
All that part is important, right?
It is. And the other thing is that, when you're selecting your work area, really the safest place to work is behind the service vehicle with your back to the vehicle facing traffic. So now as I'm changing the tire or doing whatever I'm doing in terms of tire service, I can see oncoming traffic. And that's where, we've had some accidents recently where the technician was working behind the service truck, facing traffic. He saw the cars coming, heard them hit the triangles and the rumble strips, was able to jump out of the way, and then watch the accident literally happen in front of their eyes, which psychologically, one of them's out of the business now because, you watch somebody die, it's hard to walk away from that. But neither one of them had any physical injuries. I mean, a couple of scratches and bumps and bruises and stuff, but if they hadn't been doing that, if they'd been working in between the two vehicles, then they'd be another statistic.
Okay. I would think there'd be some pros and some cons about nighttime. Like the lights would be easier to see, but it would also be clearly darker.
Yeah, I mean, again, when you park the service truck in front of the disabled vehicle with the lights going, you're not going to see that as easily.
Yeah.
When the service truck is parked behind the disabled vehicle at night, the amber beacon lights, the strobe lights, all the reflective tape and everything that's on the service truck, again, further warning to motorists that this is more than just a truck on the side of the road. And I always say that when I'm teaching classes and I'm doing these classes and shows and talking to people, is it's about an active work area. We want to make sure that we're communicating to everybody on that road. This is an active work area. It's not just some truck sitting there. There's a person, a husband, father, brother, friend, neighbor, whatever, who's out there working, and make them aware of that. And hopefully they'll move over. Hopefully they'll slow down. Hopefully they'll see it before it's too late.
Yeah.
But the technician has to assume responsibility for their own safety by not working between the two vehicles and being aware of their surroundings at all times.
Like a partnership.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you for coming today.
Oh, our pleasure.
I'm so excited that you're here today. You have such a passion for this, and people keep saying to bring you back. So I'm delighted to have you in my booth.
This has been I've been doing this for the association for 27 years, and we've changed the way the tires are being serviced.
Yeah.
It's a much safer industry because of the work that we've been doing at TIA. And I'm proud that I've played the role in creating it and developing it, and I got a great team of people that keep going out there, and we're going to make it safer.
Nice. All right. Well, thanks for listening to today's episode of The Truck Stops Here. You can find us online at natso.com/podcast. Send me your questions at editor@natso.com. Goodbye.
The Truck Stops Here was brought to you by NATSO, the association representing truck stops and travel centers. Visit natso.com for more information. The Truck Stops Here is produced by NATSO in collaboration with Human Factor. Producers are Amy Toner and Darren Schulte.